Hello everyone, welcome back to Master Paul's Music and Games. We got the audio issue fixed, and it was something so silly that I should have thought of. And honestly, it was something that I didn't need to even stop the last stream on, but, well, here we are. So, you should be able to hear Phil now.
Yay.
So anyways, let's go back to the Kakariko village, go back to that gate, and get back to what we were talking about. So, like we were talking about Born Again, and I was talking about how, number one, I didn't like Ian Gillan's sound on that album. That is not Ian Gillan trying to sound like classic Deep Purple. That is Ian Gillan trying to sound like Dio, Black Sabbath, and failing miserably.
There's a lot of people that will agree with you. I always leave the final judgment to diehard Black Sabbath fans. And I would say 75% of diehard Black Sabbath fans just do not like Born Again.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I like it better to Never Say Die. I like it maybe over 7 Star. But then again, you have to remember, I'm a Deep Purple fan. Yeah, I will like it. But for the casual person or the diehard, that, you can see that was an attempt by Geezer Butler and Iommi to say, we don't need Ronnie James Dio, and they did.
Yeah, they very much did. In fact, the whole motif of they're trying to sound like Dio Sabbath kind of extends to the whole band. Because
originally that was not supposed to be a Black Sabbath album.
Born Again?
Nope. When that was being put together, that was just something that was going to be put together with Iommi, Butler, and Gillan. But it wasn't going to be Black Sabbath. That was the manager at the time, Sharon Osbourne's dad.
Don Arden, if I'm not mistaken.
He was the one that insisted on that being a Black Sabbath album. He was the one that wanted that cover that you see.
Which looks horrendous. Like, I physically had to look away from it as I was listening to that album.
Ian Gillan when he first sold a copy of that album cover, he was like, no. He hated it. Mm-hmm. And I don't blame him. Regardless of whatever you think of Black Sabbath's artistry, that was kind of that was weak. That was weak. Throw a baby on there and throw horns? No.
Yeah.
No.
Like, you get the sense that while Black Sabbath were certainly, you could make the argument, playing a character like Alice Cooper plays a character of being dark, dark, they're also trying to break the stigma of, no, we're not this dark, evil band that everyone thinks we are, and yet they do stuff like put that cover on Born Again, calling it Born Again, by the way, and that doesn't help their case.
Well, the same problem will creep up again with 7 Star. That originally was not supposed to be a Black Sabbath album.
See, that I already knew. That was supposed to be Tony Iommi's first solo album, but the management decided to make it a Black Sabbath album because there was still a demand for it.
Right, and you notice the wording on it: 7 Star Black Sabbath featuring Tony Iommi,
which was weird.
Yes.
because Tony Iommi was at that point the only original founding member of Black Sabbath left. So if anything, just call it Black Sabbath, period. If
Yep.
you're going to call it
I
Black
mean,
Sabbath at all.
it didn't make sense. But you notice they did a bass swap. Ozzy's bassist, which he fired and recently screwed over.
And hello in the chat to Green Lantern. Thanks for joining.
Bob Daisy
Mm-hmm.
ended up being the bassist at that time for uh, Tony Iommi. Let's
Yep.
just put it that way. And Geezer Butler went and joined Ozzy.
And did No Rest for the Wicked.
I believe so, yes. Whatever at that time, 7-star, yeah, it's the same time that Geezer went to Ozzy. So, you have to remember, man, by this time, and then by the time you get to Forbidden, Black Sabbath has gone through so many people, it ain't even funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's sad, but that happens. When you're a band that's going that long, you know.
Let's be honest though, it's no worse than Deep Purple.
No. Well,
Richie Blackmore fired people on a whim, and you said that yourself.
Well, at least in Deep Purple, that's a little bit less compared to Rainbow. You know, Rainbow, then there's a door, a revolving door.
Yeah.
Deep Purple, not much. Compared to other bands, not much. I mean, there's some bands right now that are touring, older bands, that don't even have an original lineup.
Which, at that point, you may as well call it a tribute band.
True, but there are bands out there right now, I can't think on the top of my head, but if I had more time, I could tell you, that have no original member.
By technicality, Judas Priest is one of them, with Glenn Tipton pretty much retiring, at least from playing live, because he got diagnosed with Parkinson's. And so,
I think the only original one you can really say right now, Rob Halford.
And even he's technically not an original member because he wasn't a quote-unquote founding member.
Right. But that goes by, you know, like you have to remember, people have a visual. And a band like that, let's say you come across a band, okay, Led Zeppelin.
Mm-hmm.
Before they got the name Led Zeppelin, they were the Yardbirds.
Right.
Okay. When they opened up for the Who, it was the people in the Who that said, "Oh, you guys are taking off like a Led Zeppelin." Hence, they changed their name. But yeah, by the time when they went and became Led Zeppelin, or that version of the Yardbirds, there were no original members of the Yardbirds in that band.
Right.
There
Which, if I'm not mistaken, Jeff Beck, who recently passed away,
Beck, Eric Clapton were members of the Yardbirds.
Mm-hmm.
One of their singers, who was a great singer, left that band, but unfortunately died. He got electrocuted on stage, which happened a lot back in the day.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he got electrocuted.
Hold on.